Well, it's Craig's favorite, the story that keeps on giving. Cristiano Ronaldo. Quote, in the past 2 weeks, I've played less, but there has been no problem with you, the media, inventing everything. No player likes to be substituted, but I understand this as I was not playing so sharp. He would continue, I sacrificed myself for the side as we face the possibility of not securing a place at Euro 2020 while not being totally fit. Of course, this after he played a couple games for Portugal in the backdrop of coming off midweek and on the weekend for Maurizio Sarri, who said over the last month he has had this little knee problem. He had a knock in training and it hurt the collateral ligament. When he trains at high intensity or plays, it unbalances him, so he ends up overcompensating and it damages the calf and thigh muscles. So Ronaldo has admitted he's hurt, has confirmed what Sarri said from the beginning. Frank, what do we make of this? Cristiano Ronaldo admitting that he's hurt, but playing in an international break. From the Juventus perspective, this can't be a good thing, can it?
It's not a good thing for the fans because it seems that Ronaldo decides whether he wants to play or not, and nobody is able to tell him, okay, you are injured with Juventus, the club who pays you a big wage, and you decide that you want to play for Portugal, and nobody can say no. So for me, the result is Juventus is weak. Sarri has to make a comment where I guess the president should have made a comment, and Ronaldo plays injured. Imagine if he really gets injured. Imagine if he's out of the business for like 6 months. What the fans can say about the lovely club. So I think you have two players who can do like that in the world. It's Ronaldo and Messi. They're untouchable, they are fantastic players, and I'm not putting Mr. Ronaldo as a guilt person in that situation. I think the club should have said, okay, if he's injured with us, he's injured with the national team. He cannot play. But it's like they were unable to do so.
In all fairness, if right, doing this to death.
You okay?
Ronaldo,
Take a breath.
Ronaldo was within his rights to go away and play for his country for many reasons. One of them was because they had an injury problem up front with João Felix not being available. The second one, they had to get over the line and they weren't quite over the line in qualification. The other point to it is that Juventus can have no complaints because they've been playing him.
Right.
No matter whose decision it is, they've been playing him. Whether it's his or Sarri's, he's been playing. Okay, he's been taken off, but they've been playing him in the team. So you can't have an argument then about him going away and playing for Portugal.
They've backed out on their right to say, you've got to take a break. Because they're using him now?
Well, I mean, he was never going to take a break when his country hadn't nailed the qualification and time's running out for him. I mean, they're the they're the Euro holders. Why would he take a break? If he's 80% fit or 70% fit, that's better than most other, with respect, Portuguese players that are 100% fit.
Here's what I can tell you. Here's what I can tell you. When we say that he's injured, what do you mean he's injured? Because if you
what Sarri described, I mean, the whole analysis, overcompensating, calf, muscle.
Okay. All right, so where is the pull muscle? Where is the strain? Because if you have any of those things, you can't play. You can't. You cannot. If you have a pulled calf or a pulled thigh muscle, you cannot run. You cannot strike the ball with power. You cannot explode. You cannot do any of those things. So
Sarri's making it up?
No, so he may not be 100%. He may have a niggle here and a pinch there, and maybe something bothering in his knee. But that's part of it. That's part of being a professional. You're never really truly at 100%. You never really truly feel great. You're not 15 years old anymore. But the guy's getting older. It happens. Is he really injured? Injuries. What's really an injury here?
It's not a normal player we're talking about, though. This is not your run-of-the-mill.
But it's not a normal investment. If you're Juventus, you put all this money into this guy for the Champions
I'm just going to agree with you.
Okay, go ahead then.
You know, well, in what way? I mean, surely his responsibility has to be more to his club and his country. I mean, if you think...
That's a slippery slope.
If I'm in charge of Juventus and I'm paying this guy the money I'm paying him, I would like to think that his loyalty, first and foremost, should be to his club. And the fact that he's playing injured, again, isn't a shock because everybody has done it. But he should have a responsibility to say to his country, you know what, I need to try and get myself back 100%. And I'm not going to do that by continually playing for the international team. Now, you can say if he can play for Juventus, he can play for them. But I think that's a different ballgame. You know, at the end of the day, international football is a bonus, right? Playing for your country should be a bonus. You're bread and butter.
I agree.
And you should be professional enough to understand that not only for yourself, but for your team and your club and the people that pay you, your responsibility first should be with them.
I accept that, but when you're playing to go to a major tournament, if Portugal, and it was unlikely they were going to slip up, but they may have done, if they had slipped up and not got there, and he'd have said, and he was asked, could you play? And he would have said, well, I could have played, but I wasn't quite sure. I wanted a rest, and I've got to go back to Juventus. There's at the end of the day, there's responsibilities on that side of it as well.
There is no chance Cristiano Ronaldo, with Portugal, having an opportunity to be eliminated from the competition, if he had any part to play in the game, that he would have said and could have said, thanks, but no thanks. He is Cristiano Ronaldo. He is Portugal. He's the captain of the team. If he can be available, he's going to play. Simple as that.
I think we're reading too much into this. As Ali said, you can't... I think what Sarri was saying from the Juventus medical team is he's got a problem that may have... It may shift into being because you start compensating. And if it becomes a big problem with a calf or a hamstring or a muscle and it blows up, it's 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. I think that's what he's saying. He's clearly able to play. He's able to play. He's just not, for club, not been playing particularly well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.